So I guess welcome everybody to episode what? Fifth?
Fifth episode, man. I think that deserves an applause, no?
You think so?
Hell yeah, big dog.
Nah, I think once we episode at least 20, we can probably do something. You know?
I mean, I was happy with episode one because we actually got things done. And we're actually here getting things done. I mean, I'll put whatever I can into, setting you up and this and that. But when I first got here, bro, when I was helping you bring the stuff off, like, I couldn't help but think that this is therapy for me. Like in my side, this is actually therapy for me. Like, my kids and my wife stay home. Instead of going to these other meetings that I could be attending, I come here and I speak my mind. I feel good lately, within myself. I've been feeling firme.
Yeah, no, that's the point though.
Yeah.
You know how they always say, like, try to keep your mind busy so you won't go back to the same thoughts you used to have when you were doing shit. I guess it is.
I actually look forward to the recordings. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I thought you were trying to postpone today. I was like,
No. It's just
I think
last
I
minute.
misunderstood.
No. What I was trying to tell you is, let's record maybe after this, to
promote,
to do our thing, and then post it on the stories. Because lately I've been on the tip of like putting stuff up right now.
Yeah, well, we have to.
As far as here and for the business, I mean that's a different thing. But as far as here, like even just speaking my mind, how I did on was it Saturday, when I told you like, hey fool, I gotta say this.
Yeah, I still have it. It's gonna come up.
Just doing that alone, I was feeling good after that, bro.
Yeah.
Cause si no tuviera ese soporte, like I would have probably gone and fucking fucked up.
Yeah.
But the fact that I was able to get to work and then be like, hey, my boy, I've been feeling some type of way. Like,
yeah, that speaks a lot, because especially men, I guess, how we hold on to a lot of our feelings,
Yeah, and te digo, güey, la neta, like the fact that you were there for me in that very second or minute, whatever, how long it took.
Yeah.
But that mindset where you're like, nah, fool, just kick back.
Yeah.
And that's why I look forward to these recordings with my boy right here. Not only is he hearing me, but we're speaking to you guys, and some real life situation shit. As we always mention, I feel me in every episode. I'm gonna try to bring a story of my life that helped me achieve or overcome whatever obstacle I was going through in the moment. I'm gonna try to bring something like that to the table.
Yeah.
Like today, I don't know. I was coming in and I was thinking, music really has helped me throughout my life. From the moment I can remember.
Yeah.
I want to say like desde los 4 años. I feel like music has been a very big influence, good, the whole time of my life. Like even me estaba acordando cuando en la house de mi jefa, in one of the windows that was facing Fairmont, I don't know if you remember, we had to pick it up and then put a piece of wood.
Yeah.
I remember, like, if we listen to Mary Wells, I could go back to that day where I would like sit on the window, like this is the frame, one leg out of the house, one leg in the house, eating a fucking un big stick, the squeeze, fucking nieves.
Yeah.
I don't know
about the big
everybody
stick.
kicking it, everybody, my sister Connie cleaning the floor, el olor a pinol with cloro. Everybody just being around, being kids, having a good time. Like, music can take me to those moments.
Yeah.
And I can't forget about shit. Like, if I'm having a rough day, I'll play something that'll take me to a good time of my life. Y se me olvida, güey. Like, that's what I was thinking, like, coming in this morning.
Yeah. Nah, same thing. Sometimes I hear songs, like, and it takes me, for example, like I forgot the name of the song, but and it takes me to Long Beach when I moved out
Right.
with my cousin, and I remember just on my ChuChin bike, thinking that I was the shit.
How old were you at that time?
Probably about 14.
14, already living in Long Beach.
Yeah.
Damn. I remember, yeah, like you had your little moments where like we would be kicking it, and then out of nowhere I would go look for you to your pad. Oh, no está aquí, está con su primo.
Yeah.
And I would be like, oh fuck. All right, peace, man.
Yeah,
I would go like every day, fool, maybe to look for, like when I wouldn't see you for a minute.
Yeah.
That you would be gone like 3-4 days. I'll go to your pad. Hey, ChuChin, no está con su primo.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, you just,
Yeah, I mean, that's what when I talk to my son regarding friends, I tell him, oh, there's very few friends, and you know who they are, because eventually, even good friends, one has to go his way, and the other one has to go. Then, if it's, for example, me and you took us separate paths, but we're here now.
Yeah.
After fucking, you could say I was like, maybe like 10 years.
No, that we seen each other?
After we seen each other maybe once.
Like, yeah, it was on and off, like
Yeah.
here and there. And then, yeah, like you say, we all did our grown folks thing, I guess. But we didn't skip a beat, like once we started chilling again, it was more like we didn't lose a step. Like we were still on the same step, Like we were still thugging it out, still grinding it out. I think I understand because you were a dad young. I understand you more now. I mean, we didn't really chill because you became a dad and you.
Yeah,
but that's a good thing though.
Yeah, I just went and worked.
You were being a father, bro.
A husband, a father.
You were being a father.
I mean, yeah, I have my issues, but at the time that I didn't recognize what an addiction was, but I've always drank, so that's probably, I'm not gonna say a mistake, but maybe something that, yeah, I did like push away like everybody, and I just made my family. But then I was drinking too.
But that's, but that's a real G right there, a real man, because even though you had your struggle within yourself, you were still there for your family, no matter what. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean,
regardless of your own struggle you were going through, like you were still maintaining. I mean, you're not a pussy dog, and you stepped it up when you needed to.
Yeah, I didn't.
I
didn't leave anybody hanging.
Yeah, and because whether you want to accept it or not, there's some motherfuckers that are pieces of shit that really just don't give a fuck about when it comes down to being a father or being involved in the family. It takes a real man to be there for your family, and I respect that, and that's where I understand you, like, because I feel like what you've gone through, I was going through it, and you were able to explain to me what the fuck was going on, because I couldn't grasp at the moment.
Yeah.
And I feel like you came back into my life at a perfect time, dog.
Yeah. I mean, vice versa too.
But I feel like that's the good energy. That's the divine energy that brings you. Oh, I believe in that shit. Not that shit, but I believe in that energy, that divine energy that brings things together when they need to come together. I don't know how you feel about that.
Yeah, I mean, I believe things happen for a reason,
Absolutely.
It would have been simple for me, for example, get out the hospital and just keep to myself and not tell anybody or not try to look for anybody. But for some reason, I was like, let me get a hold of Billy,
That's love, fool.
And I kept pushing. I would but I would hear, people would tell me, like I would go by at your mom's, and I would see Billy. Oh, ahí anda, he's good.
He's good.
But, for some reason, I don't know why, maybe because of this or something that hasn't happened yet, but things happen for a reason.
Yeah, I believe that major. because when you came around, I was defeated, fool, like mentally, and I was just defeating myself too.
Yeah.
Just going through my bullshit and adding more bullshit to my system, and just not accepting, like how you say you didn't know what an addiction was. I didn't know either.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, I know, I know from my dad, from watching my dad, that alcohol, like even at my dad, no lo miraba yo como un alcohólico, güey. Like, yeah, he would drink y pisteaba hasta que, fuck, de veras, yeah, we had to take him to the hospital and sober him up. But since he was so fucking strong, even when he was all fucked up, he would still go and work and do the carnitas, güey. Like, nunca se rajó, you know?
Yeah.
He never showed weakness in that sense, but his alcohol, I seen him struggle, so I know I had an understanding what a struggle was. And when it happened to me, it was like pinche, you know, like one of those putazos that just leaves you bing.
Yeah.
And you're going through it, and you're trying to hold on, and you have people that love you, and you push them away. And then it's not until you decide to like really cut ties with what's making your head spin that you understand what the fuck's going on. It's kind of like a flight through turbulence.
Yeah.
And then once you come out of that fucking cloud, the plane's back to normal. Así me sentía, güey, like.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just different ways, but like,
But you understand, like, that's what I mean, like, yo te puedo contar todo esto, güey, and you understand what I'm feeling, what I'm going through, like, that cloudiness. And even lately, like, this summer, I've been sober, bro, and one thing that, and I told you the other day, one thing that kind of gets to me, and I understand, bro, like, I fucked up, I broke boundaries that I shouldn't have, and people lost trust, but never hurt anybody, you know?
Yeah.
And one of the things that gets to me, like, if you want to help somebody out, like, helping somebody is not, like, bringing shit up all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, I feel like if you want to help somebody out, be there for them, you know, even, you know, I'm not fucking saying here, like, praise me or whatever, but, let a brother know, like, hey, man, you're on the righteous path right now. Keep going.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I feel only people that have gone through that shit understand each other. So what I'm getting at is a lot of people have been, and I'm not, fuck, it's me, maybe. It's me. I'm not understanding the way people speak about me, because sometimes I still take it as, like, personal, like, you know, in my mind, I'm like, man, fuck these. But at the same time, it's me. I need to learn how to, like, understand what people are saying.
Yeah.
And not even if they say anything negative, I don't even react to shit like that anymore, as back then.
Yeah. Nah, I think kind of like not ignoring it, but just pushing it aside it's good enough, you know?
Yeah.
You don't have to engage or you know, because at the end of the day, what they're thinking of you doesn't really fucking matter.
Yeah. And siempre he pensado así, like, yeah, I don't really care what people think about me, but it's just like, if I'm trying, you know, and you guys still hitting me with shit, with things you guys assume, like, you need to understand that that's your problem too. All the assumptions, and I'm speaking in general, you know, even me. Like, I need to understand that assumptions, I shouldn't be assuming anything of anyone.
No, but I think because it's happening, when it happens, it's somebody close to you that it's like always thinking that either you're, in my case, drunk or drinking or have drank. But it's understandable that they think that way because we got them so used to.
Yeah, and I give them the benefit of the doubt, you know.
But they have to believe when they ask you, you say no. Like, don't fucking say, you just fucking lying to me and you're doing something.
Yeah, like in my instinct, yo me acelero, way. Like, if I don't know, if there's something that I need to address, sometimes I might come off as like, what's up with this fool? Like he's tripping. I'm not, I need to work on that of myself. And that's why people when I react to things, oh, this motherfucker's on one already. But not knowing that what I'm reacting to is like and then yo siento cabeza and I'm like, okay, I fucked up. And I'll apologize to whatever but I'm just naturally like that, bro. Así me acelero. And that's what I do need to work on that. But then people, all they have in their conscience, way, güey ando otra vez bien acelerado.
Yeah.
And then instead of reaching out and, hey, what's up, fool? Like, they just blah, 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 blah. Like, se cansa uno, güey. Serio.
Yeah,
But that's, after all I said right now, it's something I need to work on. I need to just be able to, not even give it a thought,
any attention.
I remember I told you that Kobe, I think they asked him, what do you do when you're, under a lot of pressure and you're he's like, you just got to change the mindset within seconds. Take yourself to a different place a different part of your life, and that evil thought or whatever's going through your mind will go away. And I try that with your heart, and you do things for people with your heart. I think you're gonna be a good guy. Live by the word of, not even by the word of God, whatever you believe in. And if that brings good to your soul, your family's good, I think you're gonna be all right, man. And if you're going through it, it's like I said, for me it was more like a airplane turbulence where you go through this cloud where it's raining, there might be thunder, and but the plane, as long as it still makes it through that storm, once it goes back to autopilot,
Yeah.
you'll be firme. I feel,
Yeah. Talking about fucking cloudy shit. You seen the hurricanes over?
Oh, Milton.
That was the one's gonna hit today.
Milton, category
But
5.
Yeah,
way.
the one that just right before that one was Helene or
Something. Yeah. Yeah, nah.
Helene
Hey,
or
man.
some shit.
Prayers to the people in Florida, man. I seen a news report where the houses that are near the beach, it brought up so much sand to the shore. Did you see that? It looks like plows of snow,
Oh really?
but it's sand covering
Oh,
houses,
shit.
bro. It's pretty wild.
But they're telling if they're telling the people, if you guys stay, you guys are dying. They're not even telling them you might survive it. They're telling them if you guys stay and don't evacuate, you guys are gonna die.
All the flying objects in the air, I bet. Probably flying cars and shit.
Yeah. So, and there's people that are gonna write it out. There's people recording. If you go to TikTok, there's a bunch of
I
people
bet.
recording and oh, we're just gonna
Let's
stick
go.
around.
Good content right there, fool.
For real. And some people are we don't have anywhere to go. All our family's here.
Yeah.
Where are we gonna go? There's
Yeah,
shelters.
that's pretty. It's pretty wild. Prayers to you guys. Get shelter. I know this video is probably gonna be past the hurricane, but I pray for you guys. Hide underground. Get out of town if you can. Seek shelter. But I feel like California's with you. So whatever you guys need, hit me up.
Unless we have a 7.5 earthquake.
Oh yeah, that'll be the icing on the cake, dog.
That's all we need, the West Coast, because everywhere else is.
I know everything. But I think that's why California is kind of expensive too, bro. Porque si hay temblores or whatever, pero is that even really gonna happen? Un temblor. I think. Do you think? Okay. When the big one comes, it's just another day in California, no? Because it shakes every day. Or do you feel like, man, when that big one comes, ya valimos verga?
No, I don't think to that point. But just a lot of damage to the city will kind of put everything on pause. You know what I mean?
Tell me your story. Where were you at in the 94?
94.
Northridge?
The Northridge.
Where were you at, fool?
I was already living on Wabash. I remember your sister, Alma, yeah. She and Jerry vivían en el apartamento right in front of us. But I remember, like, my mom yelling, like, "Está temblando!" And then when you're dead asleep, and you hear my mom's loud, you know.
So if you're from if you're from Boyle Heights, it's in the corner of Fickett and Wabash.
Yeah.
Es una house. The apartments, es como una vecindad.
Una vecindad.
So if you picture, like, you walk up the stairs,
like 15, 20
and then
steps.
as soon as you get to the top, you had an apartment to the right, one to the left, one to the right, one to the left, and then the back house, which was yours, and then the next one.
But in 94, we lived on the second one on your left side. Alma vivía on the second one on the right side, so we were facing each other.
Oh, okay.
In 94, we eventually moved to the one in the back.
In the right.
Yeah, but my mom was like, "Está temblando, está temblando," and I remember my dad had bought in like one of those big old 50-inch TVs, but they were like so squared back then.
The heavy ass ones.
Yeah, and he made like a table for it, so we had it sitting on that table, kind of like a theater type of thing.
Yeah.
And my dad is holding to the TV, and my mom's like, "Está temblando," you know, like get underneath the opening.
The table?
No, the opening, the frame,
Okay.
the door frame. And she was all hugging us, and then we look outside, and as your sister like screaming, and then Jerry's telling her like to relax.
I heard that Jerry had to pull her by the hair, fool, to bring her back in the house.
She wanted her to run out or some shit.
Yeah, that shit's.
But it was pretty strong. I remember looking at the sky when it was shaking, and you could see a bunch of lights. They said that it's almost transformers that are, you know, since the poles are moving and the cables
causing sparks.
They're causing sparks, but they looked like they were like the whole sky was turning on.
Yeah, that earthquake was pretty. It was pretty eerie, fool. Because after the earthquake, it's just there's this silence. But you could hear the alarms of the cars, and then the alarms that the one. Remember those shits?
They don't go off.
Yeah,
I never heard that.
They were going off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I still remember that shit like it was yesterday. So me and Tonya, my sister, rest in peace, had the room. So I live on Fairmont. And as soon as you go in, eran puros cuartos. One to the left, to the right.
It was weird, huh?
All rooms, bro. And me and my sister shared a bunk bed. I slept in the bottom. And I just hear her fucking... I was sleeping. You know how when you have your eyes closed and like you can see a shadow? So I just seen her fucking putazo away from the top bunk. Boom.
Oh, she ate it?
She munched it, fool. And then... I was still knocked out, and then she starts shaking me. Billy, está temblando. Then I look up, and everything's just rumbling.
94, how old were you in 94?
I was 86, 4, I was 10. No, 8. I was 8. I was 8 years old.
Yeah.
And then I was still in Evergreen Elementary. That day there was no school, but there was aftershocks all day after that one.
Yeah, there was aftershocks.
The whole fucking day, just aftershock after aftershock. It was a cool, weird day, huh?
Yeah, well, going up north, one of the freeways collapsed, like getting to like the hill in Santa Clarita. Yeah,
the Northridge freeway. I remember that. That was pretty wicked.
Yeah.
What was it?
7.4.
7.4?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Leave. Yeah, was it?
Yeah.
Damn.
Or 7.2 or 7.4.
Comment below if you actually lived through that.
Or remember the apartment complex that collapsed on top of all the cars?
And then, I don't know what was going through my family's mind, like my carnalas, my mom, because we were still kids. But they were having to sleep in the van, fool.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know what the fuck, but imagine a light pole fucking falls in the van.
Yeah.
Like, they were tripping, though.
That's what they tell you, not that you're safer inside. than
They
anything.
fucking nos acostaron a todos en el van.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, that's crazy.
Para que no se sintiera más el temblor. Sí tembla. Hey, no, what were you thinking?
There was one earthquake that happened when I was still living right there at your parents' pad. I remember it was pretty strong too, like a 6.1, 6.2.
Yeah, I don't know. Back then, estaban más fuertes.
Well,
in
it's just
that
that we
sense-
haven't had a strong one.
In that sense, I do feel like, fuck, is the next one going to be stronger than the last one?
Yeah.
But it's like you say, we haven't really had anything happen in California, mainly like New York, Florida, New Orleans, like Oklahoma, all those states over there, like
Yeah.
Oklahoma with the fucking hurricanes, Kansas too.
Well, those get tornadoes.
Yeah, tornadoes.
You just say hurricane.
Oh shit, my bad.
Hurricanes are more either
Yeah, Florida.
the coast
The-
or
yeah. They have the fucking
The
the
tornado.
typhoons with the
Yeah,
water.
With the water.
I want to see a typhoon one day. I think I seen, but it was a small one right here in Santa Monica. Man, do you like Venice?
You know, I've been to Venice maybe like a handful of times.
I love Venice, bro. I love Venice. I remember we used to go and fucking skate Venice, but roller skates though.
Yeah.
I used to like doing like the inline skating where you would grind, and we would skate all over LA, bro. I was actually thinking about that too.
Skate or
Skate.
blade?
Rollerblade.
Blades.
Oh yeah, skate. But I used to skateboard too until
No, skates because roller skates on those 2 and 2.
Oh, like the
Roller
skate?
blades.
rollerblade.
And then
Aggressive
skateboard.
inline.
I
Yeah.
never rollerblade, but I used to
skate.
the skate.
I
used to-
remember you used to do the little Tarzan move and
I used to
jump and
fucking-
hop out, like put your hand right here. And
Fuck it. That's how I broke my. That's how I broke my ankle too.
those skates were dope though. I remember using those too.
Me, Hershey's, Raymond, the Chinese guy,
Yeah.
or Japanese. We all had fucking skates. We used to.
You know who I always think about from your boys? Dracula, fool.
Well, he lived closer to you than to me.
Dracula, but I met him because of you.
Yeah.
But that fool, I remember that fool looked banged out as fuck. Fucking Dracula. Hershey's,
Well,
I remember
his
Hershey's.
brothers. Two of his brothers were campsters.
Yeah?
Yeah, the Dracula.
I don't
Not
That-
that we affiliate with
Nah,
anybody.
not at all. But
Ah.
I remember I was telling you when my sister passes away in 1997 in a car accident, bro. And then my brother organized a car wash
Car wash. Yeah.
right there at the laundromat, and everybody was there, bro. I'm not gonna say names, but if you're from Boyle Heights, if I say everybody, it means everybody, and they were all helping my brother do the car wash.
Yeah.
It was feed, man, fool. Like
Yeah.
everybody, like it was a fucked up situation, but it was feedback because everybody was there. If I don't know, dog, I can't even describe it. I don't even want to speak on it, but it was a feed man's day. You know, everybody was at the end of the day. They were there for my jefa, my jefe.
Yeah.
You know, everybody was there paying their respects. I was only 11 when that happened.
Yeah.
But having them fucking just being there, like, it felt good, fool. Like, it felt like, damn, you know, they have our back and shit.
Yeah.
But, all love for everybody. That's why I never really got into banging, dog.
No, that's good, man.
I don't think I never got into banging for the same reason that I didn't want to. Because you know how it is when you grow up in Boyle Heights, you got homies in Wyfen's neighborhood, you got homies in Cuatro Flats neighborhood, you got homies everywhere.
Yeah.
And being part of the football team, I didn't want to have to, I can't go over there because I'm from this hood. Even though at the time of when I was at Roosevelt, everybody was from a hood. I mean, right because when you went,
Yeah.
all the football team everybody was active, fool. And then I just didn't want to, have to deal with that shit of trying to go visit my homie in Wyfen's or in
Nah,
State.
and then
know?
besides gangbanging at the time, there was a lot of crews, you know?
Yeah,
Like tagging crews.
a
like
gang.
TAOs and all these, you know?
Yeah.
and you were either getting your ass kicked tagging, or you were getting your ass kicked
regardless,
gang
or
banging,
or you were getting jacked if you
know?
were a regular. You know, I remember one time, me and my homie, Big Boy, we used to call him Big Boy, big ass fool, and we were walking up Soto on First, but this fool's wearing a big ass M. Smith jersey, fool. Like, fuck, I was already even, I had a good feeling. So sure enough, two fools cross. Hey, motherfucker, you know, they take this fool's jersey, they took my sweater and shit. We were walking home from Roosevelt, and then this fool's jefita was known right then. And those fools, once they realized who they jacked, they fucking came back, gave that fool his shit. Hey, dispensa. You know, don't tie your jefa. And we just kept walking, fool. But shit like that, you know, even though you're a regular, you have to go through shit like that. But at the end of the day, that shit makes you, I don't want to say wiser, you know, because I remember when I first went into Roosevelt, fool, from Belvedere, I was 14. And the homies were like, hey, what's up? We're going to a flyer party. And I was like, what? Flyer party? You know, fuck it, let's go. We go. And at the party, también, I had a gutsy feeling. These fools were right next to us. I'm not going to say no names. But these fools start snapping. They fucking end up the party because they're fucking trying to bang on fools inside the party. They shut down the party. And as I'm walking to meet up the homies, the same fools that were next to me at the party pull up on me, fool. Boom. They cut me off. What's up, homie? Where you from? That fool didn't even let me talk, fool. Straight putazo to my face. Bing. I was 14. Boom. This fool socks me. I look down, and this fool kicked me in the face. Wait. Boom. And I didn't get dropped there. I didn't get dropped. But
you didn't get dropped. He kicked you in the face. You were already on the floor.
Hey, that's how I got a chin. I got a chin. So fucking that was my first time going to a flyer party. I meet up with the homies, and then, what's up? Where the fuck were you? I was like, dick, I was getting jumped, fool. But you know, shit like that makes you not like after that one way. And then one time they fucking, when I was even younger, they jumped my homie. We were skating. Some fool stopped us. They jumped my homie, and they were holding me, fool. Like I couldn't, and I was probably like 12. So when I got older and I joined the football team, we ended up playing against them fools, clique.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. By this time I was already like 15, fool, already on swole, just lift, fool. I fucked all them fools up, dog. And you fool motherfuckers know who you are, dog. I fucked all you fools up, dog. It is the same fools that jumped my boy way. I told my homie, fool, I never told him, but dog, I got them fools for you, fool. But that was the type of shit that, you know, que me pasó eso. And then I got into football. It was more like man, I don't give a fuck mentality.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, let's rage. And through that stage of my life, I was listening hard to Metallica, bro. I was a rocker.
Yeah.
I was a fucking rocker. So it goes back to the music. Like every stage of my life, like I was thinking about that shit driving in. Like music has been, like in high school, freshman year, I was like Psycho Realm, fucking Cypress Hill, because I was in the mobbing era. Like I used to I still do the graffiti.
Yeah, I'll
The
totally
coloring. Hell no, bro. We'll do. I can't get down crazy like that. Like, but growing up seeing like Atlas, Solo, Ojalá, CBS Bomb Squad, City Bomb Squad, bro. Growing up, the homie Spur from BTC, those fools are all over the city right now. Like, shit like that. Like, I used to like that, bro. So, yo, cuando iba a la escuela, you know, I'd be on my own trip, just, you know, drawing. And I got all right. I got decent. But I would listen to fucking Cypress Hill. And then I got into my football stage. When I got into my football stage, I'm going to tell you, Junior year, I walk into the weight room and I see this fucking dude, Robert. His name's Robert. Bumping Sad But True. And then as soon as I walk in the weight room, this motherfucker's ripped, bro. Like fucking ripped chest, fucking big ass fool for a kid in high school. This was curling the 45s, listening to Sad But True. Fool. It was like a switch clicked in my head. Boom. So I got into a Metallica phase, which I still love Metallica till now. For the simple fact that I don't know if it was a rage that I had inside, plus the music, it would like make me whole and shit. But I always reverted back to music, fool.
Yeah.
Sorry if I'm talking a lot, but I could go on for fucking days, dog.
No, just I'm all into the conversation too. You know?
Yeah, like
the only thing that's for the listeners or whoever's watching, this episode's just been about you because all the other cameras turned off.
Oh shit.
So the other one that's giving you image is yours.
Oh fuck. What happened? They died?
The fucking batteries, they're not holding up. I don't know.
Want to put it in the center?
Yeah, well, we gotta maybe wrap this one up.
All right, feedman.
And then,
but it was feedman, talking about all this, man. It brings a lot of memories.
Oh yeah, I mean the conversation is gonna continue.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be another day.
You hungry?
Maybe we can get something to eat.
I'm down.
And then thanks for watching.
For
episode
sure.
what? Episode 5?
Episode 5.
5.
Aquí estamos en el quinto, gente. Se les agradece. Si nos pueden seguir, follow us on Instagram, on TikTok, subscribe to our channel on YouTube. We want to create a channel with good content. Me and the primo right here. We're going to go wild from food to graffiti to rock and roll to hip hop to corridos, all that good shit. So stay tuned for episode 6. Yeah, los guacho.
Siempre pendientes.
Siempre pendientes de todo. That was a good episode, though.